I was there when the Milky Way blinked out of existence. One heartbeat, it glittered across the void, a river of starlight older than memory. And the next, nothing. Just darkness so complete, it felt like the universe had forgotten how to shine. My name is Lian Arven, commander of the exploration vessel Dauntless Horizon. Humanity had stretched farther than ever before, and we thought we understood the rules of creation. That night proved how small we really were. We'd been scanning an energy surge near the edge of Andromeda. A rhythmic pulse, deep and slow, like the breathing of something immense. At first it looked natural, maybe the collapse of a magnetar. Then the pulse synchronized with our instruments, matching the beat of our own reactor core. That was no accident. I leaned closer to the display, and before I could call for analysis, the stars vanished. Every sensor went blind. Gravity readings, radiation levels, even the hum of the ship's field generators flatlined. My crew froze. In that silence, I could hear my own pulse racing. Then, after 30 impossible seconds, the stars returned, but not all of them. Andromeda was gone. The entire galaxy. We tried to explain it away. Sensor failure, optical illusion, a trick of quantum interference. But the data was consistent across every backup. Where billions of suns had burned, there was now a hole in reality. I reported to Earth Command, but the transmission bounced back distorted, like space itself refused to carry the message. That's when the pulse came again. Stronger, closer. A shadow emerged from the void, a structure the size of a moon, its surface shifting like molten glass. It moved without engines, without heat. We fired probes. They disintegrated before impact. And then the voice came, not through speakers, but through thought. Witness, the correction begins. The words slammed into my mind with unbearable weight. My crew screamed, clutching their heads, but I forced my eyes open. Through the viewport, I saw space twisting, bending into patterns my brain could barely process. Nebulae flickered, stars inverted into black spheres. For a moment, I thought the universe was dying, but then I realized it wasn't destruction. It was rewriting itself. Andromeda hadn't been erased. It had been moved, somewhere beyond our reach. The entity drifted closer, its color shifting to a cold blue that made my skin crawl. The first of many will vanish. The voice echoed. Humanity must choose, follow or fade. Before I could respond, light engulfed the ship. My stomach lurched, the stars stretched, and we were gone. When the glare faded, we were floating in a place that wasn't space. The stars were arranged like a lattice, too perfect, too deliberate. Energy patterns pulsed around us like veins in some colossal organism. In the distance hung Andromeda, whole, shimmering inside a cage of radiant spires. We'd been brought inside a cosmic vault. At first, none of us spoke. The bridge was silent, except for the rasp of breath and the faint ticking of cooling panels. Lieutenant Hera finally broke the quiet. Commander, where are we? I didn't answer. I couldn't. Our instruments showed nothing. No coordinates, no quantum signatures, not even the faint hum of the cosmic microwave background. It was like the laws of physics had been suspended. Then something new appeared on the screen. Symbols, spiraling and shifting like living script. They rearranged themselves until I recognized them as coordinates. Earth's coordinates. The vault was pointing toward home. A chill ran through me. Was it a warning? An invitation? I ordered the AI to calculate an escape route, but the drive refused to engage. Every time we tried, the vault adjusted space around us, keeping us pinned like a butterfly in glass. The entity's pulse returned, beating through the hole in perfect rhythm with our hearts. Hera whispered, "It's alive." For the first time since launch, I was afraid, truly afraid, not of dying, but of what this thing wanted from us. Days passed, or what felt like days. Time had no meaning there. We studied the spires surrounding Andromeda. Each one emitted patterns of energy, identical to those of our own universe's creation, echoes of the Big Bang itself. Whoever built this vault could bend reality on a galactic scale. Then we detected movement. Hundreds of smaller shapes emerged from the spires. Craft, sleek and luminous, flying in perfect formation. They weren't mechanical. They pulsed like living organisms of light. They circled Andromeda once, then turned toward us. My crew prepared for contact. We raised shields that probably meant nothing against beings who could move galaxies. The lights approached, merging until they formed a single immense figure outside our ship, a silhouette of a human, made of starlight. Its voice filled the cabin. "You are the heirs of a promise, long broken." I felt pressure in my chest, like gravity itself had focused on me. "Who are you?" I managed. "The architects," it said. "We shaped what you call reality. Once, your kind was meant to join us, but you forgot. You grew apart. You built machines instead of memories. Now the balance must return." I didn't understand, but the words sank deep. The architects, the creators of galaxies. It sounded like mythology, yet everything around me screamed truth. The being pointed toward Andromeda. "This is the first reclamation. Others will follow. The pattern resets. Witness human. Remember what you were." And with that, it was gone. We floated there for what felt like eternity. The crew was silent, lost in thought. I stared at the imprisoned galaxy, at the impossible beauty of it, and wondered, had humanity truly forgotten something ancient, some connection to these cosmic beings? Then the vault trembled. The stars in the lattice flickered. The same pulse that had taken Andromeda now spread outward, touching distant clusters of light. I realized with horror what was happening. The process was expanding. More galaxies were vanishing. If Earth didn't act soon, our own sky would go dark. I opened a channel and recorded a message. "This is Commander Lian Arven of the Dauntless Horizon. To any human who hears this, the universe is changing. We are not alone, and the architects are rewriting reality. Find us before everything we know disappears." The signal launched into the void, uncertain if it could ever escape this pocket universe. I turned to Hera. "If they can move galaxies," I said, "maybe they can move us home." She smiled weakly. "Or maybe they already have, and we just don't remember." I looked out at Andromeda, shining like a trapped firefly in a jar. The thought chilled me. What if this had all happened before? What if humanity itself had once been the architects and forgot? The pulse came again, softer this time, almost gentle. And in that rhythm, I heard a whisper, not in my head, but in my heart. "Remember, I don't know what's waiting for us out there, but I know this. The next time a galaxy vanishes, humanity won't watch from afar. We'll go after it, because if there's one thing the architects didn't understand, it's that humans don't fade quietly. We chase the impossible. We fight the unknown, and maybe, just maybe, we were never supposed to be the observers. We were meant to be the creators once more."